Mike REZEK is here. I got to give him an intro first because I don't want him to come on and y'all ain't y'all don't know who he is before we get into conversation with him. I just got to let him know. And then the top of the day is a night to remember. You know, ladies and gentlemen, get ready for the one and only Mike REZEK. He's getting ready to pop up in here. I got to give him his theme music. Give him his theme. It's all about the dance. Gotta let you know it's gonna be a night to remember. Like I said, we got the one and only Mike REZEK in the building. Mike. How you doing?
Doing all right.
I had to give you I had to give you a theme music. I ain't want you coming here, just come on. I had to give you that tonight to remember music because it's all about what you're putting together and what you're involved in. And ladies and gentlemen, I want you to know this young man here. He's a talk show host. He's a actor, he's a model, and also a community activist. I'm talking about the one and only Mike REZEK. How you doing, man?
Hey, Captain85, I'm doing real good. Thank you for that introduction, as always. You're bringing the best of the 757 through all the Tri-Cities, and you're definitely a community maker. You make a difference in the community. And we're so grateful for you and your platform and all that you do to bring the greatest and the latest to the best of the 757.
No doubt. It's always been a pleasure ever since I met you. You always take time out of your busy schedule, to come on and share with the 757, 804 and the surrounding states and countries about the activities that you're involved in and engaged in. And this is a very important activity event you got coming up. But, I know I gave you an introduction, but tell the people a little bit about what you do, before we get into the topic, just so they can hear, all the exciting things that you've been involved in, all the shows, the events that you do, the talk shows that you've been involved in, because I always like to give the person that's my guest an opportunity to let people, hear from their lips. I can blow you up. I can tell you was with the White House last night with my main man, the president, but when it comes to, having people on the show and to allow them to share their talents and their gifts with people, in their words, so with the things that you have going on and this big event you got coming up. But I just want to give those that may not have known you, that tune in a little bit about your background.
Okay, great. Absolutely. Yeah. So a little bit about me. I'm definitely a huge fan of fashion. I believe there's all facets of arts and fashions, and I love the combination of wearing different clothes, designer clothes, on the runway that actually help boost my self-esteem and self-confidence as I was an up-and-coming model on the runway. Now you can say I'm an extraordinaire. Been on many, many runway platforms. Been in shows with the one and only Kenny Class Flanagan, the first brother to have a couture line in Saks Fifth.
Oh wow.
What an amazing experience. Partnered up with Cameo Models of International. We
Mm-hmm.
got to work on that project that was out at the National Harbor in Maryland. You know, this was before the MGM came into place, but the place was still vibing and living. I mean, incredible, incredible show out there. I mean, to tell you to, I didn't have all this either, just to
Okay.
let y'all know. So I was definitely hitting them with the, the European look. That's what the client wanted, and I
Okay.
wanted to experience it.
Oh,
You
okay.
know, so there's gonna come, opportunities and obstacles, on your journey of your craft. Creating yourself, finding yourself, displaying your gifts. And I think we gotta take those opportunities up. And I'm glad I did. It was definitely a great experience to actually work with Kenny Flash Flanagan. He's
Okay.
doing some phenomenal things. I see he's directing videos and movies now and still doing fashion.
Oh wow.
He's done fashion, for Trey Songz, the Tysons, Cicely Tyson, just Rihanna, just a few names out there. The brother is incredible, incredible, and that was a great show. Um, got to be on set with a lot of different people. Got to work with may rest in power, Thomas Ford, the late Tommy off the hit show What's Up with Martin
Yeah.
Lawrence
Yeah.
out there, man. You talking about an incredible, incredible guy that shows so much humility to us. Went, got to be in a couple of his working shop classes for acting, and he gave us the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Okay.
It was no filter, but I'm grateful that we got to hear it from somebody that's in a place where we're trying to be.
Yeah.
On the acting scene, just and he has a lot of projects, and I know his kids are working on some things, so we want to pray for them and continue that his legacy lives alive. And that was on the Heart television series. You can check that out. That was amazing working with him.
Okay.
Just a great guy. Um, and a lot of things I got to do with my sister, Mama Ali, is just been it's been an incredible journey.
Yeah.
This lady has done so much for humanity. She has done so much for the youth, for adults, people all over the world. It's just incredible. Just being in her company,
Hmm.
learning so much, soaking up so much wisdom. So I tell you, stay around the wise because they've been around here twice as many times as you've been around here.
Yeah.
Love on them. Always have your ears open because you can learn something from them.
Yeah. No doubt.
And she's got to work with her on the project. It was amazing. We did some
Mhm.
filming out in different parts of Florida, Miami. A show called The Grid.
Okay.
Get ready, it's a new day.
No doubt.
Um, so you can check that out. And yeah, it's been incredible.
Hmm.
Um, working with the youth. Got to give a big shout out to Ray Neblett. He's got his ICB camp coming up. Um, changing the inner city man.
Okay.
Out down here in Richmond. And it's definitely open to the Tri-Cities, the 7-5 city. We're all neighbors here. We're in neighboring cities out here. As Captain85 know, I'm back and forth from
Yeah.
the Tidewaters to Richmond, and I'm gonna give him some information to post that. It's a free camp. We don't hear that word too often anymore.
Right.
Free. And it's a great thing that we got. All our sponsors are doing some great things to make this happen. And I would think it was 1 year at the Arthur Ashe Center. We had over 400 kids, ages ranging from 7 to 18.
Wow.
You know, girls and boys under one roof, and it was just amazing. To see the different ages coming together, the different areas that they live in, it's different upbringings. And, you had all of your volunteers. I tell you, shout out to the city. The volunteers always show up. There's hands on deck. And it's just amazing to see our people come together um, and create a major impact in the city. They actually had a group organization that was out there, Captain85. This was
Uh-huh.
powerful, actually teaching the youth to understand the Miranda rights.
Okay.
You know, and there was a stipend along with it. So it's always a blessing to be able to learn something, anything you learn. And now you're learning and you're earning. Wow, wow, wow. For those kids at that young age, because unfortunately, they get into a situation not being educated, in that field, it can actually hurt them
Yeah,
in,
yeah,
in,
right.
in the
No doubt.
process. And we don't want to see that to happen to our innocent youth, our future leaders
Hello.
coming up. Absolutely. So we need to pour them to any time. And like Captain85 said, I'm always in the community. We got some great nonprofits down here in the Tri-City areas. And I'm pleased to announce some of them have actually made their way to the Tidewater areas,
Okay.
and things have been established up there, been going on for maybe a year and some change, if not more. Different nonprofits coming up there. You got 50/50 Community Inc., major nonprofit. They actually use lyrics and beats to cope with anger issues.
Right.
So they got a creative platform. They're actually teaching the youth how to plant and grow your own food.
Okay.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. So I get you some information out on that. And we also a lot of things going on. The homeless out here. Things been getting better. You know, things been getting better. Some people have actually gotten jobs. Some people have gotten places. So we got some things going on out here to help our homeless brothers and sisters, because a lot of them are, going through a storm and have, many talents and gifts. And COVID did, affect a lot of people.
Hey,
And
you right
I'm
about that.
glad to see. Yeah, I'm glad to see our people are rebounding. I'm glad to see people are actually coming together, and we actually, hopefully, very very soon we're gonna have a foot patrol down here in the Richmond and Tri Cities to really really really
Mm.
um, take back our youth. We have to lead by an example. With so many distractions, as such as social media, it
Right.
does have its pros if you use it properly, and it also does have its cons, major cons,
Hmm.
that could get you caught up in somebody else's reality when you should be focused on your own. And yeah, so we got to continue to pour into our youth. Um, I'm just excited. I was hoping, I reached out to the organizer for this event, and I'm
Uh-huh.
still hoping he might be able to chime in. He hasn't gotten back with me yet, but I'm still going to share this wonderful information because we see a lot of fashion shows, and we see a lot of women only fashion shows, and that's great.
Yeah.
Women supporting women, and we need that. And shout out to Nathaniel Womack of Tailor Made Men's Agency, has his men's fashion show, and I was able to work with this phenomenal brother some odd years ago,
Hmm.
when he kicked it off, and I'm glad to be back with him some odd years later. And it's going to be a great show. We're showing men, how to dress for success, how to walk into a room and demand attention,
Hello.
not by just talking, but when you walk up in there,
Yeah.
you know, showing you how to wear the latest suits, how to dress casual and still have class. We're actually going to have the motherland wearing African attire, which is just going to be amazing. And I think there's some other treats that are being to make it, some other designers that jumped on board. So we're
Hmm.
excited. And, um, because you look at men in fashion, we're actually displaying masculinity. And we are alpha males, just to be clear.
Hello.
And it's nothing wrong with men displaying their masculinity. It's nothing wrong with a man having a beard. That's masculinity. And I'm glad to see our man embracing that.
Yeah.
And I actually have been in some focus groups through my journey in life, and a lot of women, professional women, like a man with a beard. I'm just throwing that out there. It's not if you don't have one, it's okay. But you can check our brother out, Arvin Garrison. I'm proud. Hopefully, I said his last name right.
Hmm.
Rugged Ink. He's a young brother doing some phenomenal things out there in the 757 area, and hopefully, we're gonna bring him on the show. He has his own beard line. If you
Okay.
need your beard oils, you need your balm, all that good stuff for your men to shampoo your beard, wash it. Check him out on Rugged Ink. He's on Instagram. Your very own of our Garrington out of the 757 area. Had to give him a shout out.
No doubt.
Um, I definitely use his products. One of his male ambassadors, and he's doing some great things. He put on a phenomenal show out there at the Westin downtown in Virginia Beach,
Oh, okay.
and it was amazing. My first time actually meeting I guess a hair a tician. I don't know if I'm saying that right,
Uh-huh.
but she specializes in hair, because your mustache hair is different from your facial hair, from your beard hair, from the hair on your head. And I think there's maybe only like 3 in Virginia.
Oh, okay.
So it was incredible. Um, got a chance to meet the one and only Russian McDonald, Emmy Award winner. He showed Steve Harvey how to dress. Just an incredible guy out there sharing his wisdom. And yeah, it was an amazing event. So if you got a beard, man, check out Arvin Garrington out there, the Rugged Ink on Instagram. He's
Oh,
got some great products.
oh,
Absolutely.
and no doubt. And because that's why I wanted to bring you on. So, that night to remember. And,
Oh yeah.
you know, I had to put,
Yes, indeed.
so you're a part of that. Into the, you stay into, be in the fashion shows, you know,
Absolutely.
and, night, the night this is going to be on is
Yeah, May the 6th, Mother's Day weekend.
okay.
So it's ladies, come on out. Enjoy a nice show of alpha males wearing some
Okay.
of the latest fashions and our own fashions, bringing you the best. And what I like about, you know, um, majority events I go to,
Uh-huh.
um, it's always a great experience, and there's always a major cause behind it. And I know a lot of people have their own reality that they're living in. A lot of things are going on, and sometimes you can't get to these events. Um, but feel free to actually sponsor someone. The tickets are only $30. And, like I said, it's for a great cause, where actually the proceeds will be going towards our first fathers organization out here with Coach Stephen Hicks. He's doing some great things out here for first-time fathers. And we're not just dealing with fathers coming back into society, but also fathers that might be scrambling out there that need some help, you know. And he's been doing this for years. And I'm excited to be a part of this, you know. Just some other things what I like about Coach Stephen Hicks, and also which I think can be something great for the 7-5 city. They might be already doing it, but if not, and you mentioned something about this before,
Uh-huh.
and he actually focuses on what he calls the Manny Award.
Okay.
And basically, he focuses on fathers that are not only making a difference in their own home, but making a difference in their community.
Right.
And I think that was amazing what he's doing. And the year I was nominated, I think we had about 15 other fathers.
Mm.
And it was great. You know, some guys really doing some stuff, and nobody, just the genuineness of it, and nobody's looking for, recognition or anything like that. But it's a humbling feeling when you got Stephen Kochicks, that this guy's been doing this for multiple years.
Right.
Wants to recognize our fathers out here in the field, that's making a difference, not in just their home, but in the community.
Yeah. And
So,
it seems like it's going to be a beautiful night. And where's the location at where this event going to be taking place?
yeah, it's going to be at the Petersburg Library.
Oh,
Library.
okay.
So it's amazing. It's that's a historic area, and there will be hors d'oeuvres served.
Hmm.
Um, and I believe it's going to be. I think it's going to be maybe a 3-hour show,
Oh, okay.
give or take. Quote me on that, but I believe, yeah, all the information is on the flyer.
Uh-huh.
We're excited. A night
Yeah.
to remember. A lot of people are back traveling now. A lot of people, are getting back acclimated, and we give our we give all praises to God.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. No
Um,
doubt, because people been, it's just a part of getting out, and is something in the area that they don't have to really go so far out of 7-5, so, like going to another state. This is right here in their backyard, in the surrounding area. They can really reach this in about, if they don't stay in the area, especially from here, it's about 45-minute drive. From the the 7-5 in this area, 757 of Virginia Beach. So it ain't like a long, you can get there, and enjoy a night of, fashion, and be able to, you know, uh, support a great cause.
absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
that's why, it's just like I said, when it comes to our community, we we have kids dying every day, and it's like people just brush it off like it's just this is supposed to happen. This is not supposed to be happening. And when people are trying to put events on to focus on the positive side of things, because when you bombard a group of people with negativity, they don't see any hope. They see no light. Only thing they is fear, and fear, takes away the ability for people to communicate with each other. And when you come in with something like this to bring, adults together, you know, they can also bring their kids to this event.
Absolutely.
You know,
Couples, come on now, couples. Absolutely.
yeah,
Because we hear a lot of people say, ain't no events going on. Or, it's the events are out there.
hmm,
Check in with your community activists. There's a lot of things going on. You got Earth Day coming up. A lot of events will be going on. You got something in the water coming up.
yeah,
There's going to be a lot going on, and we actually we got some local heroes from Virginia that will be performing this year.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So that's exciting. I think, all, you know, there's some good things going on in the state of Virginia. I just saw, Dame Dash was down here in
Right.
Richmond. Then I just saw he's up there in the Tidewater area. Shout
Okay.
out to Onyx Hicks. She's doing some amazing things. Check her out. There's always something going on. A lot is going on, So yeah, if you're in on the East Coast, mark your calendar, 420 to 430, something in the water is going on. Come on down here, even if you don't have tickets for the concert,
Hmm.
just be in the moment. It's
Right.
a great opportunity to network.
Yeah.
It's going to be a ton of artists out there painting. Congratulations to everybody that's got opportunity to paint.
Yeah.
Everybody that's got opportunity to perform.
Yeah.
This is your time.
No doubt.
Absolutely.
'Cause-
We're excited. We're excited. A lot of things going on. You know, we just had RVA Fashion Week. Matter of fact, it's still going on down here in
Okay.
Richmond, Virginia. So hopefully I can bring you up to speed on that, and we'll get you um get some people out there from the 757 participating in it.
Okay.
So yeah, because it's big. It's been going on for some odd years now.
Okay.
So I'll keep you up to speed on that.
No doubt. No doubt. Because yeah, like I said, is with the problems that we face with our young people, they have to be able to see more uh, black men's or men of color in a positive role, so that they can be acclimated to want to be like them.
Right, right.
We see the gangsters. we see the people that running through the neighborhood shooting in the air. Like, well, I guess I got to do that because there's nothing else to do. And that's the key component to saving young people. They have to be able to reach out and touch. They got to be able to reach out and understand that, you know, he's a man that I can grow up to be. I can be like him. Because says when I was a young child, I mean, we watched TV, black and white TV, until color came around. But all our people that mostly was on TV was white artists. So when we began to mimic, we're mimicking the white people. Where's the black man that it ain't in slave changes or going to jail? You running behind them. But then, as we begin to see more people of color on TV, then you be like, "Whoa, I can grow up to be like him. I can emulate him," because that's what our young people are doing. They're emulating what they see, and that's why we have so much, violence in our community.
Yes,
You know,
absolutely.
so
And
so
like I said,
yeah,
shout out to the real hip hop legends,
right,
KRS-One. Those guys, they've been telling us for the longest since the '90s. We're heading for self-destruction. We're
right,
heading for self-destruction. There's so many starving and yearning souls out here that don't have an ounce of spirit in them.
yeah. Because if you want to take over a country. This is the way I look at it. If you want to take over a country, who you eliminate? You eliminate the youth. Because the old people ain't going out there to pick up no gun to go to war. They got guns in their house. But if
Right.
the enemy come to take over the United States, who's going to fight? Your youth is killing each other.
Right,
So
right.
if you don't try to reverse that role, try to give them the confidence that, hey, this is just as much as your land than anybody else. Because if you eliminate the youth, you have no security to keep your country from being overpowered by the enemy. Because we're saying, hey, we don't need you, but we do. We do. And guns is a destruction of, it's to destroy you and weaken your ability to protect what is yours. So when you come along and your people that are putting on fashion shows and young people see, hey, I can grow up to be like that. I can grow up to dress like that. Going to school and getting a good education, staying in school. Guns is not the answer. And they're just, depriving themselves of a livelihood that others have already fought for. And that's why I try to, keep bringing on, people as yourself and other guests I have brought on to speak, as they say, speak life. You're speaking life. You're telling your story of, your reputation and the things that you have accomplished doing what you're doing. So I don't know if I lost anybody.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm back.
Okay. And so that's the key point when when bringing such talented people like yourself to come on and speak. And because I when I do sometimes I just do shows without guests, but then I try to, what I try to do is not to be overpowering that I did this and did that. Let me bring people that are in the game now, those people that are generating a following and maybe could inspire the next generation, because it's about this generation. It's about the upcoming generation, because we're losing a lot of future leaders.
Absolutely.
So we always have to continue to strive, to make it a night to remember. I like the theme. I really like that. So do y'all have tickets for sale for kids if people want to bring their kids?
I believe so. Let me double check on that.
Okay. You can always get back with it, but I think it'll be, young men need to see people like yourself modeling to want to dream. Because I know when I was growing, when I was about 20, what I was about probably 27 or 29, I took modeling classes. But because I just like to try at different things. But I didn't follow up. I finished the class, but I didn't follow up on want to be a model, because I'm really like I'm kind of like shy. I try to do things that, to force myself to get out of not being in the public's eye. So when I'm DJing or doing something, that's a job to me.
Right.
I'm there to as a manager or as the entertainer. It's a job for me to be able to reach the target audience and make sure I expose them to as many positive things that's possible. And that's why I created the show, the talk show, to expose people to things that they don't always see on television when it comes to our community, when it comes to young men as yourself, fathers as yourself, doing positive things and trying to, demonize all our males as if they worthless, they don't want to work. Well,
right.
how could you say we didn't want to work for 400 years? You didn't say it. For 400 years of free labor, you didn't say we were lazy. But after slavery, we got lazy. It's no way. We didn't get lazy because we were the one that created and built this country with not being paid.
Hello.
Keep us from getting the bag, as we say now. You have no choice, because our money controls most of the economy. So now you see that, hey, if we don't do something, then what's going to happen? Because we spend money. We don't really, you only have, well, you might have, say you got 32%, 38% of the Black community that's save money, and only 29% that spend money in the Black community. A dollar in our community, I haven't done the latest research, but a dollar in our community it's in our community and go out the same day.
Wow.
96% out of a 89 to 92% of a dollar goes out to other communities. And when they try to justify it, because we had businesses. That's what Martin Luther King meant when he said, "What have I done? I have led my people into a burning house." Because we had it good until we wanted to integrate. When we integrated and start spending our money with everybody else, because they found out the key how they got Black Wall Street. When they found out there was a Black Wall Street, they got their own airport, their own busing system, their own cabs, their own restaurant. They knew then they were in trouble, because that's from that point on, the community, now we're on an uplift, because our population has grown. And with the population growing, that's more money.
Right.
And we spend about, they'll tell you where we spend, and they still go on some talk shows, or even on some places, they'll tell you Black people only spend $1.7 trillion. And I can prove that's a lie, because I got a report about 12 years ago, or older. It might be older. It was back in the 90s.
Right.
We were spending 1.7 trillion. We were spending that 20 years ago. We have to be spending about 3.8 or $4 trillion a year now. That's what we're spending, because the numbers speak for itself. If the population growth is there, then that means that the numbers have to double or triple. You can't keep spending it. You got more people, but you got spending the same amount of money. Like, don't let them know what, their value. But now that they see our value, now everybody's trying to get on that bandwagon and chase our dollar.
Right.
You got major banks that you couldn't get a credit card with, now giving you a credit card. They giving you those Kablanch credit cards that you couldn't get. Now you get.
Right.
If you ain't spending money, why are they turning over a new leaf with credit? So
exactly.
We have to be able to come together and show support when our people are putting on activities, not just the major something in the waters, but activities like you're involved in now.
Absolutely.
Because everything starts small and it manifests as bigger. So with y'all coming out to show young men, hey, this is how you can grow up to be, because that's what I used to do in the club. I'll go in and take over a club, and I would give the people there. At one club I, took over when I went to Luxury Brown. And, I'm like, man, I done went from the #1 hip hop club to this. So I told the owner, I said, well, if I take over, this is what I have to do. He said, well, that's why I brought you in. Get it done. I said, this dress code is the downfall to your business. And they didn't have it 3 nights. When I took over, I took it from 3 nights to 6. No, I took it to 5 because I was going to do 6. But he was saying, no, give the community a break. Let the neighborhood, because we was in a neighborhood. I mean, when I go in deep. I'm one of the only DJs and the club operators that's ever had 7 nights a week. Successful. I'm talking about hundreds of people a night. And what people don't understand is a trickle down. It's a domino effect. I'm coming in at a club that might hold, the club we own hold 800 to 900 people. I'm doing major concerts. I'm doing 6 nights a week. And on the weekend, I'm, because people are, in and out integrating. So if you look at what I done, I'm just talking about my business. I'm not just talking about what my business made. I'm talking about the overall effect of the number of people I'm bringing out. People traveling from out of state to come to my club, from Philly, New York, New Jersey, Richmond, Washington, D.C., just for the weekend. Now that's hotel money. Then after the club closed at 4 o'clock, that's 600 or 700 people going to the restaurants that are open. So it's a domino effect, meaning it trickles down. It trickles down to everybody is making money. If people are going out, they go to the mall and they buy clothes for that night, especially ladies. They at the beauty salons, getting their hair done. So all these domino effects, when the Afro-American person comes out for entertainment, they're spending major dollars. And we are making what we consider okay. But the domino effect is when we do good, our community do good. You know, I help people like they do now when they go in, they got pop-up shops. I had pop-up shops back in my clubs, in the shopping center, because I run the shop. I had control over the shopping center when everything closed. I got people selling clothes, selling food outside. Even though I'm selling food, I allowed the church to come out and sell food. And they were like, we sold out every night. So can we do this every week? Yeah, it ain't bother me. I'm selling mine. I'm making my quota of food. I got 2 cooks. 12 waitresses. If they want to buy yours, fine. It's not about, keeping one person down. It's enough for everybody. But we have to continue to strive to get that mentality that only you can make money. And then everybody can make money. You got a t-shirt because you have a t-shirt. It doesn't mean they won't buy your t-shirt. Everybody's not going to wear a Captain85 t-shirt. Everybody's not going to wear a Captain85 hat or read a Captain85 book. But if I can sell mine and be successful, then I'm like, yo, why don't you bring your book and go with me? I'm doing this event over here, because that's what it's all about. The more people that work together and stop the mentality of the crab in the barrel syndrome, because that's what the balance is. It's the syndrome that our young people are got in, that I'm better than you. You're no better than me. I don't care about living. Now they have no hope. That means they have no hope. So that's why I applaud you every time, when you call, like when you tell me you're doing something, hey, come on the show and let people know. Because people don't understand. If one person knows, because they don't know the math or the science about it, if one person knows, that's 10 people. If 10 people know, that's 100. If 100, that's 1,000. If 1,000 is 10,000. You have to work at it. It's not easy, but you got to believe in yourself. Our young people is losing hope in themselves. They don't see themselves. They see us. I got to do this. I got to take from somebody else. How many people you gonna take from? You might take away from 1 or 2, but eventually your luck is gonna run out. When I go in the store, I've been into stores and seen young kids and in an aisle. And I see young people, I already know what they're gonna do. They're trying to steal. One's to watch out. The other two is gonna put something in their pocket. And people don't understand. They got to educate their youth. You're stealing something that's going to land you in jail. But they don't know that the markup on it is what you're getting charged for. You going to jail for something when you go in a dollar store, they cost number 9 cents. 9 cents. That's why they can sell it for $1. They say 9 to 12 cents for an item. You go, it's got $1, $2 on it. You're going to get put in reform school. If you go into a jewelry store, the jewelry store's got about a 600 or 800% markup. You going to jail for the markup, not for what it costs. Not for what it costs. They put you in prison, in jail, for the cost of what the person say it's worth, the value of it. But that's not the cost. Everything has a price to it. But in your mind, you're thinking, hey, I stole this. This is worth this. You pay the value when you buy it. That's the value of it.
Right.
But when you see someone like you, when you see people coming out. That's your treasures. That's your gift to the world. When I used to tell young men when they come to the club, this is the last week. I'm gonna give you 2 weeks. Matter of fact, I'm gonna give you the end of the month to next month. That's almost a month. I'm gonna give you to make a decision if you want to be here at this club. If you don't change, you won't be able to get in. Because I'm gonna have enough security to keep you off the premises. And then I got the police department to take you. I got inside security. I got outside security. And my outside security is to put you in handcuffs until the police come.
Yeah, see, they forgot these the real guns, man.
Right. So when you're gonna have a percentage that's gonna buck the system.
Right.
But when they see that, hey, my friends are still going there. I gave them a month, and after a month, their friends like, I ain't coming in. I ain't coming with no church clothes on. I said, bro, you don't have to put on a suit. This is my work attire. This is how I have to dress to work. But you can come in with a black pair of pants and a nice casual shirt, and and they did. And then when they found out, they was like, whoa, I didn't know it was gonna be like this. Then they went to the mall and bought suits. And then the ladies were dressing. And then they said, man, I'm meeting ladies or young ladies or ladies that I never thought I'd have an opportunity to talk to. Because they have to be educated. They have to, we have to, bring more people like you into focus, because when it comes to the Afro-American young man, he has to see it. He has to see it. That's why they see the violence. So they're thinking that's the way it's supposed to be. So if they see something different, they will rise to the occasion. And I know that because I have 5 sons. They 4 of them are married, and the other 4, the other one just went in the military. So it's no such thing as they won't rise to the occasion. But what's missing in our community is the love of the father of the child. He can't see himself. He see himself. Yeah, the mother is got a big responsibility by herself. But when they don't see someone like you, and they look over at your son, and they're saying, in their mind is, where's my dad? Where's my dad to see me play football?
Yeah, that's real. It's got a lot of our youth, unfortunately, are in unstable homes. Their mind is all over the place.
Right.
And some of them are, and it might sound crazy to some folks, some people are, reaching out for help, but it doesn't seem like it.
Right.
Even though you seen the patterns, you see the behavior patterns. And if you are a active, community activist, or if you're an uncle,
right,
we need y'all to step up to the plate.
Right.
Because just think about yourself for a moment.
Yeah.
And I can speak from my experience,
Right. Yeah.
I'm thankful that I have spirituality. I believe in a higher power. And I salute all the men that have been mentors in my life.
Right.
The ones that have showed me the lessons where, I got in trouble. I don't want you to do this. I appreciate that. The ones that show me to, get, focus on something, to get your goals accomplished, write down your goals.
Yeah.
There's something, we say there's magic in the pen. Writing something down and don't write it down just one time.
Right.
And I've seen that in a lot of households. I thank the creator that he makes no mistakes, and you are going to be in places and see things, and you got to make a decision. Can I help this brother in this situation?
Right.
If I can't, can I lead him to the help? And
And
no child left behind, no man left behind. We're not taking the slack off for our young adults, but we have to put more focus on the youth, because the streets are going to catch them at the age of 11 or 12, and for some of them, it's going to be too late.
right, right. I like I said, is most I dedicate everything that I do to my kids. My kid, when my son, when I was running the club, my son is the one that stays in Florida. His wife run the print company. That's how I met Miss Ali, because she told Miss Ali that, hey, my father-in-law, he does a comic book. And when Miss Ali called me, I'm like, yeah, okay. This is, I'm Muhammad Ali's, widow. Okay, yeah, okay, yeah. Your daughter-in-law didn't tell you I was gonna call. No, she didn't. Why don't you call her? And they call me. And I'm like, she says, oh yeah, I forgot to call you, Dad. I'm like, wow, but he was one of my favorite idols. I grew up seeing his fights. Martin Luther King saying in his march. So
Hmm.
my mentors was them, Malcolm X. I listened to them. So when my kid told me, he wasn't a kid then. I mean, he's married with 3 kids down there. But when I owned run the club Picasso, and he worked there, and we was talking while I was waiting on the staff to come, he said, Dad, one time I was in a play. And you told me you was going to come to my play, and you didn't come. And I said, because I was working. He said, I know, but I know. I'm not mad, but I was looking for you to come. I hate to get emotional. But when a child looks up and he's doing things, even if it's wrong, he's looking for his mom or dad to be there. So when the streets tell him, I'm your family, I got your back, this is what happens. They believe that a stranger going to have your back. He's got your back as long as you are there. Because when the police get you, put handcuffs on you, put you in jail, and going to send you 700 or 800 miles away from where you stay, where is he then when he don't have your back? Where is he then when you're sitting in jail for 20 to 30 years or life? He got your back. Or he didn't make it. Who has your back when you're going to school and being disrespectful to the teachers? Or the next door neighbor or your community? Who has their back when you are growing up to be the next generation of leaders? We take things for granted. We think that young people don't know that you're not paying attention. They are paying attention. So what they do is take that pain out on other people, on other kids. And then we have to work much harder to get more people like yourself. I mean, you busy, but you take time out. You're at your son football game or whatever, when he's doing things or sports. You're there to support him. When there are activities, when you came over to uh, uh, the Finley Family First Foundation with Desiree Finley and Dodo, you brought your son. You didn't come alone. So all these things that we take for granted, they don't. They may not be able to express, their emotions and feelings in a way that you will understand that I see you. I know that you're sacrificing for me, but I appreciate that. And they reward you by stepping up and begin to say, hey, I'm not going to let my family down. I'm not going to let my mother and father down. But most of all, I'm not going to let myself down. Because when they let themselves down, they don't stop caring about everything and everybody. So that's why we have to, all the things I develop and working on and getting ready to launch now. Gun violence, bullying used to be one thing. Suicide, bullying causes suicide. Now, gun violence is coming from people say, I ain't killing myself, I'm going to kill you. Now, guns are killing everybody. Now, you have mental health. So the domino effect, the trickle down effect is now affecting not only the future of your family, your kids, your grandkids, but it's also affecting the country in which they grew up in. Because what happens if nobody's there to fight the real enemy? If there ain't nobody there to protect you from the real enemy, then what happens? So that's why I appreciate you taking time out to come out today, because people have to understand is it's okay to be famous. It's okay, to be eye candy. But most importantly, you are a father. You are a advocate in the community. I've seen things that you work on that we don't even sometimes get a chance to discuss. Help painting murals in Richmond and different places. So when people don't see all that, they say, "Oh, he just looks good." Okay, but what about what he's really doing? He's at his son's football game or sports events or spending time with his son. Do you see that? And this is what every young man wants, but every young man don't have. So I applaud you, with you being a part of this event. When I saw the flyer, I forgot to get it. And when I looked at it and I said, night to remember, a night to remember. Every person should buy a ticket to this event to make it a night to remember. And what's the prices on those tickets again?
Yeah, the ticket price is $30, and like I said,
Yeah.
there's going to be a different array of hors d'oeuvres being served, and the proceeds do go back to the first father organization,
Right.
Coach Stephen Hicks, and you know, like I said, for a long time, I've asked questions at different organizations, and they say, yeah, we actually proceeds go here, proceeds go there, and like I was saying, I know a lot of people can't always get to an event, but sponsor someone.
Right.
It goes a long way, and you will be blessed.
Right.
Absolutely, because I remember somebody from out the Tidewater area
Mm-hmm.
couldn't make it, so they bought a ticket to an event, and
Okay.
I was able to find somebody to get to the event,
Right.
and they really enjoyed themselves because that individual hasn't been out in a long time. They have their own personal battles, and I know I had told them about the event, and it just so happened that the universe worked and everything worked. They got out, had a good time, and they thanked me a million times.
Yeah.
And it was just a beautiful thing because a lot of people are going through things. A lot of people have underlying conditions they don't know about yet, but need to get checked out.
Well, I lost Mike. Maybe he'll pop back in. But this event is called "Make It a Night to Remember." Hopefully he'll get back in to close out. But like I said, it's about the youth. it's always a pleasure to have Mike REZEK to come on and talk about the event. And this event is right here. It's a night to remember. Oh, he's back. Okay, okay. All right, Mike.
Yeah,
Uh,
sorry about that.
oh, no problem. That's technology. It happens. I just wanted to, let people know what day and time that is again. So if they are interested in, getting a ticket or sponsoring someone, how can they get in contact? Is there a number they can call? Or
I believe the information is on the flyer, but I would definitely forward all the information to you,
okay.
so you can let the viewers know. Um, yes, it's gonna be great. A night to remember, and it's sort of, I believe it's like a matinee time. It's not gonna be real late event. We know it's Mother's
Okay.
Day weekend.
Oh, okay.
So if you're looking for something else to do, come on out. It's a night to remember. You're supporting a great cause, and you're gonna enjoy yourself.
No doubt. No doubt. That's what I'm saying is, ladies, if, all the single ladies, we got to throw the Beyonce on, all the single ladies, come on out to this event. It's going to be a lot of, men.
A lot of eye candy.
Yeah. So, and make sure, and make sure if you got a sweet tooth, you better bring a couple more girlfriends so you won't overeat.
Right. Ah,
You see all that
yes,
candy. Like,
indeed.
oh my God, what is going on? Woo. So that's, I really appreciate Mike coming on and and sharing this information about this great event. It's for a great cause, and it has an opportunity to be a fantastic and a successful event if you are there to buy a ticket or bring some of your family members or girlfriends, co-workers. It don't matter who you bring, as long as it's best to be in the seat, because it's a time for us to stop. We support everybody else. We have to start supporting the people that look like us. We can't solve the problem. See, one thing before I close, and some people won't say it, or they try to stay focused, but I have to say it because it's my talk show. We can't support things if we don't have the money. See, the thing in our community, we don't have enough money to get things done. So when people put on events to raise money, to go back into the community, you have to put something in the pot for that to be successful, for that event to be able to say, I did this at the event, I'm coming back to the community. Yeah, I can do this. I can take maybe 5 children to the mall, to the barber shop and get their hair cut. I
Right.
can take them here and maybe get them a nice tied white shirt, and so they can have something nice in their closet to go to an event, or take them to church. So, but you have to be able to focus, and we support every other nationality, and it's only a problem when we start supporting each other.
Mm.
So I'm asking people, to watch this and share this, to get people to come to that event, during Mother's Day. And I'll give you more details on my radio show, Monday through Fridays from 3 to 5, and we'll get more information to you. Once again, Mike, I thank you and really appreciate you taking time out your schedule on this Saturday.
Captain85, we appreciate you, the best of the 757.
No
And
doubt,
let's pack the house out, y'all.
no doubt. All right, Mike. Bye-bye. Well,
Peace and love.
that's there you have it, people. Don't forget, it's a night to remember. That's the flyer up there. But listen to WVDM Radio on Mondays through Fridays, where we are broadcasting live from 3 to 6. Frequency Distribution is a variety show of all types of music, all gyros of music, and the best at 5 to 6 is the Let's Get Praise Music Ministry with the voice of inspiration. So we'll give you all that information for 3 hours next week. Tune in. The link is always on my page, Henderson Vaughn page, WVDM, the best of the 757. The link is always there. If you want to click on that link when you see it, from 3 to 6, you hear a variety of music, but most of all, you will hear the best of the 757 artists. So until then, Have a nice weekend. Thanks for listening and viewing the Best of the 757 Community Talk Show with yours truly, Captain 85.